Hello everybody and welcome back to our spelunk through of Chrono Cross. We ascended Terra Tower in the last episode. We finished our ascent and we have Starkey doing a little dance there. And we fought the Devourer of Time. And we got a time egg from Balthazar. And we have to go back to where time, basically where this all began, which is Opasa Beach. So let's dive right into this. So that's, oh my gosh, that was British. So that's this is rough. So that's Terra Tower's final true form. In the end, we're all the same. Everyone dreams of being greater and more powerful. We have come this far. All that remains is to defeat the Devourer of Time. Once we wipe the Devourer of Time off the face of this planet, it is all over. Hopefully everything will go back to normal again. You're wrong. Things won't ever go back to the way they were. Destiny, fate, is dead. From now on, us humans have to choose our own way in life. We also have to take responsibility for the choices we do make. And something's got to be done about the way we go on hurting and killing one another. We've got to settle our differences once and for all. Listen, what's really important is what we do now. The issue ain't whether we defeat that bastard or not. I'm afraid that, depending on how we go about it, we could lose out on gaining something real precious. So the issue is the way we fight. So where on earth is the real Devourer of Time? My guess is the key to finding that lies at the beach. That's where this whole thing started. It's also probably where this whole thing will end. Gee, it's almost, like I, said that. Okie dokie! We are going to do a little bit of a save. Because I haven't saved since before we fought that monster. Alright. Here we go. Let's just get into it, huh? Maybe this will be the last episode. We'll see how lucky I am. All right. So, I wanted you to enjoy that music, and also I needed to bide some time while I was looking at what was going on here in the guide. So, what we need to do is we need to evenly distribute every color of elements in the first 2 to 3 levels. Because this final boss, I'm not looking to kill it. I'm not. You don't need to. Also, if you're trying to do it the way I'm going to be doing it, which is with the Chrono Cross, you can just run and start over if you don't get the right order. The order, if you're curious, we've heard it before. It's yellow, red, green, blue, black, white. And then it doesn't have to be Surge, but I like having Surge cast Chrono Cross to finish it. Because it's just, it's poetic. So the difficulty, as you already know, is trying to get every element in these first 2, because throughout the game you want to put what's strong on your guy, right? You don't want to like balance it out. You want to be able to take advantage of the different bosses and whatnot. So we have white, blue, red, green, now black. I need yellow. And the Chrono Cross on Surge. Next, I have a couple of things of advice here for this. One is to have a party where you have a level 1 and a level 2 element grid that looks like kids and surges, right? Just a boatload of options for you during this final fight. So that's what I would advise you to do, whoever that third is. I'm going to keep Glenn because he's my favorite side character. My favorite character overall is probably Kid, but I like this party. This is the party I roll with, and we're going to try our best. So we have red, white, green. I need blue. And then we're going to repeat this process in level 2 as well as level 3. They don't have to be powerful. It could be -7 like the Chrono Cross is. It doesn't matter. You're not trying to kill Lavos. You're trying to get the Chrono Cross. So, we have red, white, green, blue. We have black, and we have yellow. All right. We have white, green, blue, black. Yes. We'll do it like that. And you want to keep the revives on, so you have a better chance to get the chimes in the right order to be able to do the Chrono Cross. The way I always try to do it in this fight as well is to defend until Lavos attacks you. After you get your element grids all up to 8. So that's how we're going to try and do this. Level 2, we have a lot of green, white, green, red, yellow, blue. I need black. And it's not about having Hell Soul connect or anything like that. It's about having the option to use it. Blue. So white, green, red, yellow, black, blue. That's all of them. Then we have another white. And I'm going to go with another... No. That'll have to do. That's a lot of green. Whoops, I already have red in there. Blue, please. One blue, please. It's a Scrubs reference. Okay, Ice Lance. Should I put yellow there? I think I'm gonna put yellow there. And let's go with the black. Oops. Alright, Kid. Green, yellow, white, red, black. So we need blue. Red, well, I don't want that there. Do I want to do that? No, let's get another black in there. Okay. All right. And then we're going to save, hopefully for the last time. Whoops. Oh well. And we got Fargo's face in there. All right, here's the party. Let's go. And because I'm a paranoid son of a gun, I want to make sure I have Chrono Cross on. Okay. Because if something can go wrong, it usually will go wrong for me. So I just want to make sure. Oof. Here we go. So instead of using the Astral Amulet, you use the Time Egg, I think. Right? No? Am I wrong? Is this Opasa Beach? I'm not crazy, am I? Oh, I need to go to Homeworld. Damn, I was so good about that through, like, this entire playthrough. And at the very end, I'm not in the right world. Darn. All right. Oh, look, we have friends. So, before I use the time egg, now that I'm in the correct world, I'm going to save. I'm going to save. Game. Here we go. Alrighty, Roo. Here we go. Use the time egg on this thing. We can try and talk to these people, but I don't know if they'll talk to us or not. A new species is about to be born on this planet, an alien life form, even more evolved than the old Lavos. At the darkness beyond time, the weakened Scala came under the influence of Lavos, and the two became one entity. It is now up to you, the one whom the frozen flame has chosen as its arbiter. You alone can decide how the new Lavos, which has encaged Scala within it, will evolve from here. Your actions will determine whether in the future all time is devoured by Lavos, sending the world into everlasting death. Balthazar foresaw this was going to happen in his world in the year 2300, and he was determined to prevent it from happening, no matter what it took. The Chrono Cross. It alone can combine the sounds of the planet that the 6 types of elements produce. The melody and harmony that brim within all life forms use the song of life to heal her enmity and suffering. We entreat you, Surge. Please save Scala. Where even angels lose their way. 10 years ago, you died at this very spot. There's no mistake. You drowned. The truth is, this world, in which you are still alive, is the irregularity. This is the false reality. 10 years ago, it was Lynx who tried to kill you at this beach. After Prometheus broke the link between Fate and the Flame, Fate tried to eliminate any obstacle that stood in its way. In the meantime, the 6 dragons had sent Harl forth to try and gain possession of the Flame. Harl made contact with Fate's biological incarnation, Lynx, and tricked him into temporarily joining forces. The elimination of the Prometheus Circuit's lock on the Frozen Flame was everyone's top priority. Lynx and Harl abducted Luca, who alone could release the Prometheus lock that guarded the Flame. But the whole attempt only ended in failure. Then, they just waited for you to appear instead. You see, Fate calculated that you would one day cross the dimensions and try to make contact with the Flame. I don't know how to break this to you, but Lynx was actually your father, Wazuki. Drawing closer to the Flame caused him to become unstable, and the image of you dying in terror changed him completely. Finally, after having his psyche totally eroded, he lost his soul and was easily integrated by Fate. Fate turned Wazuki into a biological interface, modeling him after your worst fear at the time, a panther. Although Wazuki managed to escape from Chronopolis with you, he later completely succumbed to Fate. Humans are such fragile, disjointed, imperfect things. Love and hate, life and death. Perhaps even Fate itself dreamed of using the Flame to someday reincarnate itself into a new species. It is quite sad, really. It's like when you gaze into the Flame gazes back into you. Well, there you go. Lynx is your dad, Wazuki. So you finally made it, Search. When did this sorry tale all begin? Was it 10 years ago, when you almost drowned here? Or was it 14 years ago, when you were wounded by that panther demon that attacked you? Resulting in you being carried to Chronopolis, where you came into contact with Fate and the Frozen Flame. Or perhaps it was even 2,400 years in the future, when the time crash hurled Chronopolis back to prehistoric times. Or even it could have been 12,000 BC, when an ancient magical kingdom met its end after trying to use Lavos. Each is close to being correct, and yet, at the same time, so far from the right answer. The true beginning was during the destruction of the ancient kingdom of Zeal. As the palace collapsed around her, Princess Scala was sucked into a dimensional vortex along with the Lavos Mammon machine. Scala and Lavos became unified into one even more powerful entity that would evolve into the Devourer of Time. Filled with the hatred and sadness of Lavos, half of Scala's mind became set on destroying all of existence. Yet, at the same time, the other half of her mind desired to save the universe and to be rescued herself. As Scala fell through the time gate in this condition, she heard your crying echoing through time. That is when her story and yours began to intertwine. It is also when the past and the future began to intersect, and when the world became divided in two. Led by the pitiful crying the young Surge made as the Panther Demon's poison took hold of him, Princess Scala traveled 10,000 years in time to try and make contact with this dimension. This caused a raging magnetic storm that resulted in Fate's system malfunction, which led Surge to the frozen flame. Yes, Surge, the sound of your crying touched the heart of Princess Scala. Before the destructive mindset could become dominant, she cloned herself and sent her copy into this dimension. Scala left her baby daughter clone with her ancient pendant, possessing magical powers. This was to safeguard her daughter clone in life and death situations. The pendant would rewind time a little, sending her daughter clone into a safer point in the immediate past. That's right. Kid is Scala's daughter clone. You're wrong. I'm me. I ain't no Scala's daughter a clone. Yes, that's right, kid. If that's how you feel, I think Princess Scala would have wanted it to be that way too. And now about Project Kid, the time control project Balthazar planned out. The whole project existed to lead you to this one special point in time. The founding of Chronopolis, the time crash, and the battle between Fate and the Dragon Gods. It was all coordinated so that you would get your hands on the Chrono Cross and come to this place. Of course, Kid was not to know anything about this whole plan until later, when all this was finished. Further in the future, Kid is meant to travel back 10 years in time from now to save Surge from drowning. And then, Kid was also meant to call Surge into the other world as he spoke with Lena here on Opasa Beach. You're our last hope, our final chance. Only you, who came into contact with Scala and Kid, Scala's clone daughter, can do it. In the darkness that exists on the other side of time, Scala has been integrated with the Devourer of Time. Please, Surge, release Princess Scala from the binds of that monster and her own hatred. Show us, the life forms that exist on this planet, what our new future will be. Well then, we learned a lot there. Kid is Scala's daughter clone. Wazuki is Link's. And Homeworld is the blip in the timeline that is basically causing all of this to happen. And then we have Lavos trying to devour the world. We had Princess Scala from Chrono Trigger go back to try and stop him. And as she tried to stop him, she integrated with him. And now her mindset has been rotted to the point where she wants to destroy all of creation as well. We all caught up? We all confused? Well, while you're chewing on that, I'm going to use the time egg and we're going to go fight. No beginning and no end. To the darkness of time! The final gate which leads to the darkness of time. Looks like this is finally it. Come on! It is time to bring this chapter to an end and create a brighter future. Come on, Surge, me mate. You don't want to keep the girl waiting any longer. She's been waiting for you and only you. And for over 10,000 years, I might add. If the world's going to be destroyed, then let it be destroyed. If history is going to be changed, then let it bloody well be changed. I'll show you what radical dreamers really dream about. Oh boy. Here we go. So like I said, you're gonna want... It's Scala. You're gonna want to get your element grid all the way up to 8. And you're gonna want to do your darndest to get that song right. One more time. The song order. Yellow, red, green, blue, black, white. And So just try to get your grids all the way up. Lavos is going to attack you. It's gonna hurt. But you can already tell it's out of order. So we started out of order there. You can try and be cheeky with your red element and try to steal something from him. But I don't recommend that. If you don't want to rescue Princess Scala, Lavos has 17,000 HP, and his innate, as you can probably tell, is white. So if you don't want to save Princess Scala, just go ahead and... Oh boy. Ow. Okay, so that's double green. So, here we go. Let's see if we can do this. Yellow. It's not about the damage. Red. Green. Blue. Black. White. Chrono Cross. Now we did it first try. I have been waiting in eternity, just for this very moment. Meaninglessly hurting one another, the disappearing life forms. The words that became deleted, the thoughts that became buried, the pool of cells that slowly evaporate, the echoes of consciousness that slowly fade. Love to hate, hate to love. Why are we born? Why do we die? Evolution? The survival of the fittest? What is there to be achieved from harming one another, killing one another? The eggs that we call planets, and the innumerable spermatozoa which gather around these that we call life forms. When one of those countless seeds inseminates a planet, a new universe is born. But until that occurs, hundreds of millions of years will pass, and innumerable life forms will be born, then die. That is the be-all and end-all. Everything exists for that one moment, all so that the universe can evolve into the next dimension. Does that make us all just pawns? Are each of our short lives nothing but a cheap sacrifice, just so the one chosen life form can be born? No, that is not the case. Each and every one of us has a chance of becoming that one chosen life form which inseminates a planet. Yes, it could be you. Genes and environment. Each of us tries to do his best under the limited conditions we are each dealt. Each life form that attempts to eke out a decent life for itself forms a link in the golden chain that leads to the creation of a new universe. If one link is missing, there will be no future. There is no such thing as a useless life form, no such thing as a pawn. Every single thing in the whole of nature is perhaps just dreaming a dream of life. All of them are also perhaps nothing more than a dream dreamt by the planet before it is born. Oh, but yes, eventually all dreams will return to Zervan, to the Sea of Dreams. Surge! Don't go yet, Surge! It's all right. Everything is all right now. Time, which has been divided, will be unified again now. The time for farewells has come. You will lose all memory of this whole adventure and return to your own time. But this time, you will be able to live your own life. Yes, I will continue to follow in my brother's footsteps as a great dragoon. Good luck to you, Surge. I look forward to the next time we meet. We alone do not have the power to heal the world's woes, or to solve all its mysteries. And yet, even then, it was bloody good knowing you, mate. Thanks for being born, you, Surge. I guess now's the time to say, see you later, mate, but I'll find you. Sometime, somewhere. I'm bloody sure of it. No matter the time period, no matter the world you live in, I'll find you. I'm sure. I am sure I will find you. Surge. Surge! Hey, Surge! Are you all right? What's the matter? Don't scare me like that. You just passed out all of a sudden. What? Terra Tower? Fate? What are you talking about? We just got here. You got some Komodo dragon scales for me, don't you remember? You sound confused. Come on, Surge. Get with the program. Our summer's just started. Thus the curtain closes on another tale. An eternity has passed. Fleeting dreams fade into the distance. All that is left now is me and my memories. But I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday, you and I. Another place, another time. It's just that we might not realize that you are you and I am me. Let us open the door to the great unknown, come across another reality, and live another today. Even when the story has been told, life goes on. Until we meet again, take care of yourself, my friend. Forever yours, Scala Kid Zeal. Hey, we did it. We saved Scala, we got the good ending. And this is it. This is quite easily top 3 games of all time. Huge thank you to Masato Kato, Yasuyuki Hone, Kiyoshi Yoshi, and Yasunori Mitsuda. This game, it brings a lot of emotions up inside of me. A lot of nostalgia. This was the first non-Pokemon RPG I ever beat. What my family said when I was growing up, this is the first grown-up RPG I ever beat. You know, a game not made for kids, not made for us to just kind of fiddle about and eventually beat. I just want to thank you for being here, for going through this adventure with me, for enjoying the game, enjoying me as we go through it. I hope I did the game justice. I hope I did good enough voices for everyone. This has been something I've wanted to do for a long time. And I'm glad I finally got to finish this project. That's not even a project. It's just I don't even want to call it a passion. It's just something I've always wanted to do. I don't know what to call that. But I'm very excited that they decided to do whatever it is you want to call it. I'm just calling it a touch-up when it comes out in April of 2022. I'll be playing it. I won't be playing it on the channel just because I already did. It's essentially the same game. They just added some stuff to it. And like I've been saying throughout the entire playthrough, just because this is the way I went through the game, this isn't how you go through the game. You can go through the game however you want. Just because I picked Guile doesn't mean you have to. You can pick Nikki or Pierre. Each story has its own merits. You can save Kid and miss out on getting Glenn, but Glenn is the only reason you don't choose to save Kid. That's it. If you choose to save Kid, you get Korcha, you get Razlie, you get so many characters. So I don't know if I'll be doing a New Game Plus. I've thought about it. If I do a New Game Plus, it's been requested that I go with Pierre. So I'll go with Pierre. Pierre. He'll be stronger than he would be because it's New Game Plus and I have the items for him. But yeah. I mean, you know. And that extra playthrough, I will save Kid. We'll get Razlie. We'll get Korcha. and a couple of other characters that we didn't get in this playthrough. I'm not sure when New Game Plus will happen, but it will happen. I want to move on to other games. I will take a break, so there will only be a couple of uploads this week. There are a total of 12 different endings. The good ending is the one we got. Like, that's my favorite ending, is when you save Princess Scala. There's a lot of different endings that come in New Game Plus. That's pretty much all of them. And you defeat Lavos in just different periods of time. Another really good one is defeating Lavos with Harl in your party. That's an interesting one, too. And look at that, 1990s Japan. I will find you, even if I have to search the world over. Sometime, somewhere, I'm sure. And now Kid is in a dress. She has a bow. She looks really pretty. And there's actually more than 12 endings. And one last time before I wrap this up, thank you for being here with me through this. It means a lot to me that you chose to spend your time with me through this game and allowing me to share with you one of my all-time favorites. And I will see you next time, whatever next time is, whatever next game is, when we spelunk back into whatever game that may be. Take care, everybody, and thank you again.